Hey, welcome back to the Nets Unbiased Views. They're fast, they're furious. Quite a few topics to cover today, but since the adrenaline is pumping, there will only be one. Day 5 of SCG. And what a test match we have had. With me is Arsh. Arsh, welcome back.
Hey, before we start, hit like, subscribe, do whatever you can to show us your love. And happy birthday, Dravid. So now we start.
Absolutely. And what a tribute to Dravid. The wall actually got a tribute on the wall. There were three players who stood up
Yeah, yeah.
and it has been amazing. This draw, I think, is a bigger feat than the victory that we have had in
Absolutely.
Melbourne.
Absolutely. Dude, so here's the thing, right? Pun deserved 100. Today's to look at the overall day's play. Pun deserved 100. If he would have stayed, we would have won the game. That's for sure. Okay, that's one thing which I can't take it out of. I can't take that out. So that's Pant staying. Hanuma Vihari did, and he cemented his place for some time. Apart, in next game he won't be available to play, but that's okay. Ashwin did what he did best. So and Rahane's whatever that was, Rahane's
So,
cameo. It was one of
we
the worst things.
if Pant had completed his 100, and we all know cricket is not about ifs and buts, but if Pant had played for his 100, it wouldn't have been the Rishabh Pant that we know of. He lives by the sword, and he did what he was doing. And yes, if Pant would have stayed for another 20 overs, this game would have been done and dusted. It would have been like, it was a masterstroke of sending him a bow. And it was the only way, and we had talked about it, that aggression is the only way we can get out of it. We
Intent is the
mentioned
way to.
it was not just the left right combination, but the fact that someone came in and pushed the fielders away, gave Pujara the liberty of making runs, and all of a sudden we were scoring at 4.5 runs and over. And yes, granted that if Hanuma Vihari, again, a big if, that Hanuma Vihari was fit, we could have probably gone for this target. Nonetheless, it's,
It's a win. It's a win.
result.
It's a
It,
win.
it,
It's a win.
and look at all the things that were tried. Steve Smith comes in and tries to wipe off the guard that Rishabh Pant had taken during during his first, in the first session. Tim Paine was, he was, and like this is going on. He's more known for his sledges now than keeping, looking at the edges. He dropped 5 catches. So all in all, it was just something that was meant to be. Australians deserve to lose, and I would have liked it if they had lost. But and again, I think that if Jadeja was fit, we probably
Yeah,
could have
that
seen
was
it different. He would have been promoted ahead of Vihari. But again, somebody like Vihari deserved a game like this just to show his grit out.
yeah,
Speaking of Ashwin,
absolutely.
interesting statistic about Ashwin. The last time Ashwin had the max Ashwin has played in the fourth inning has been an inning of 42 balls. That was his highest in the fourth inning. Today he changed it all. And I think today's 30 odd is higher than a century.
It
He would
is
probably
absolutely it is, and I have goozies when I say this. I was at work when this happened, and I lost hopes after Pant went off. Okay, Pant and then Pujara went off, and I was just at the scorecard, just watching the scorecard, and boy, oh boy, I was just counting down overs, and it was so. So when they went, when the last session had around 35 overs, and I was just counting overs. I didn't. It did not matter how many runs were going. It was just the overs which were going by, and that was just amazing. I I have felt this after 8 to 10 years. I have not felt this in the recent past.
And you talk about all the big centuries that have happened in the recent past, right? You have had a Sri Lankan scoring a century in South Africa to win a Test match on the final day. You have also had Ben Stokes at Headingley scoring that
Of
monumental.
course,
Was
175.
Yeah, which is like probably the best Test innings we've seen. Rishabh Pant's inning today, the counter-attacking cricket that he played on a wicket that was doing everything, was amazing. And Like we said, Australians tried everything they possibly could have, and to the
Yeah,
point where, and in this case, it has to be called cheating. There is no other way of defining what Steve Smith was trying to do there. They tried to throw balls at the Indian batsmen, trying to injure them, trying to the bouncers and the bodyline bowling that was happening, and all the things said and done. The fact that the Australian media still has the audacity to say that Indians are scared of playing in Gaba. So here we have one player play ready to come out and fight it out with a broken thumb. We have Rishabh Pant who had bruised his elbow and couldn't stand up for or keep wickets. We had Hanuma Vihari playing on one leg, and you add all that up, and you have a team who's
that's
ready to
and
fight it out.
uh, yeah, and then there's Steve Smith trying to do
Who's
something.
taking the, yes,
Yeah, and then there is Tim Paine talking crass about. So here's what I take about Tim Paine, right? He's always going to be a temporary captain. He can just yap. So that's what I said, right? You can yap your way out, but that's not going to get you any wins. That's not
true.
going to. So it's
And
better to have your gun right and then not just have a gun
so
and which can't fire.
look at the statistics. Tim Payne, as a keeper and a captain, standing behind the wickets, dropping catches, had the again audacity to talk to Ashwin, who has had 4 Test centuries. Tim Payne has zero. So he was talking about Ashwin. I can't wait for you to come to Gaba. And Ashwin replied back with, "I can't wait for you to come to India. That probably will be your last series." And it was pretty brilliant. But I mean, all sledges apart, Tim Payne comes back and says that okay, and after the game he comes back and says that yeah, he should have conducted himself better. He should have been a better role model. I would say he has to be a better wicket keeper before he can be anything.
Yeah.
It's it was he led the Australians down, and nothing taking nothing away from Pant and pretty much the whole team. I would say the whole team, and I know Rahane failed, but the fact that he promoted Pant, he covered up for that. But the fact that everybody stood up, and the interesting thing was when you look at this unit, this is probably India's B team or C team, but you
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
everything to play for each other, which what makes good teams. You had Saini sitting there and peeling a banana for Jadeja because
Yeah.
Jadeja had opened his thumb. So speaking of which, he will be a huge loss going forward, considering he is ruled out for 6 weeks, so he's not even a part of the team that will be playing against England.
In India. So that
Yeah,
is a bigger loss. So here's the thing, right? We started off with the entire thing about Pant versus with the Saha. Okay, the first day of the test match was this. We spoke about Pant versus Saha. We spoke about why Hanuma Vihari should be in the team. We spoke about a lot. We spoke a lot on bowlers, which were not able to take wickets. But at the same time, look who has won the game for us. It is Rishabh Pant who won it. It's a win
we'll
for us. Like
the game, which is equivalent to a win, but yes,
so,
it was Rishabh
so
Pant.
Rishabh
All the
Pant,
so far.
yeah. So that's the beauty of the game, and
Absolutely.
yeah, that's nice.
So I cannot wait for Gaba, and it would be a fitting reply if we actually win in Gaba and come back with this team. And I wouldn't put it past them. But again, the sad part is we have not been able to hold on to a consistent team. We have always lost players throughout the team, and now in the last game, we again have two force changes: Jadeja and Hanuma Vihari. And I think that Shardul Thakur will get a game just because Gaba is uh, a faster track, bouncier track, and it also swings for all 5 days. I actually see him get a game, and I do not know if India might go all out attack and also include
Natarajan for
not Rajan but
the
uh, spin of
Kuldeepa.
Kuldeep. Yes,
Yeah,
the spin of Kuldeep. Considering in the second inning, especially we had. Someone like Cameron Green coming in and dominating, but he looked a little susceptible to spin. So I get a feeling that be ready for a surprise. We might just play Pant as a batsman, an out and out batsman. So the two force changes might be that we get Shardul,
Pant
who,
in.
yeah,
Yeah,
or I would
interesting.
be, yeah. So, or maybe we might see Mayank come in and Rohit drop down the order.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. Or
So,
have Shreyas. Is Shreyas Iyer in there or he's come back? What is it?
Shreyas Iyer was a part of the team and then he was released for some reason. So, there is also a report going around that Shreyas Iyer has been released. So, he was back in India.
Okay.
I don't know
I
why.
thought I thought if
He,
Hanuma Vihari is out, I my first instance was Shreyas gets a game.
yes,
So if that's not the case, then then we have to stick to Mayank coming in. Yeah, so the bench was Prithvi Shaw, Mayank Agarwal, Kuldeep Yadav, Shardul
Shardul.
Thakur, and Natarajan. So okay, so he is out. He is definitely out.
We barely have anybody else left there who can bat. But
Sure.
and who is, oh, all of a sudden Prithvi Shaw might get a game and he might turn out good. We never know. So
Ah, yeah,
whoever
dude.
the job would be for us to back them. And
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it will probably be Mayank back in again in the squad. I don't know. Maybe it will be Mayank and
Yeah. So
Rohit might.
monkeys, and Shardul should get a game.
Yes.
Should get a game. So let's hope.
Yes.
Let's hope for
They,
the
they
best.
probably get a game.
Yep.
So on the other side, I do not know, but if you have been keeping tabs of that, but in coming back to the domestic side of it, Ashok Denda was finally released by Bengal after serving them for 15, 17 odd years. Ashok Denda will be playing for Goa. And
Oh, is
again,
it?
he's his career. He's 36 now, but he has been moved to Goa, which is a good move for somebody like upcoming state like Goa, who have never really been banking on their cricketing prowess. They have always been a football team, football
Yep.
state. So
Yeah.
it'll be nice for somebody, an experienced bowler like Goa, like the India to be
Sir
a part of.
Ashok Denda to be a part of such a prestigious team. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we are still in the high of the game today.
Yes, we
Hopefully,
are. Yes, we are.
hopefully we see. And so the fun thing was all these players and all these big mouths that were Mike Atherton, who had predicted a 4-0, then he changed it to 3-1. He has disappeared from Twitter. Someone like Ricky Ponting, who had said this game should be wrapped up by tea time. India will not even cross 200. He hasn't tweeted since. He has disappeared. And pretty much all the big wigs who were, backing Australia and the game to be done with by 2 and had golf plans in the afternoon have all disappeared.
So here's the
So,
thing, right? Here's the thing. So I heard Shane Warne speak in the morning, and he was the only person who knew for a fact that India's playing for a draw. Okay, so he knew from the first ball that it is not going to be easy for them. And after Pant's innings, he was banging on India to win. So so and he is one of the greatest, man.
absolutely. He's the greatest. I would love if India goes all out and tries to get him as one of the managers who
Yeah,
is
dude.
in the for us. But
So
nonetheless, he was the one who was trying to be fair, and he said that yes, maybe there is also a possibility that India can win this from here. Just
yeah,
the fact
yeah,
that we had injuries at odd times was what held us back. But oh
yeah.
well.
So this series has been a series of more ups than downs. When I say downs, I mean all the injuries that have happened. So even on the batting side, batting front, we are not with the best of the team in. Right, we don't have a Kohli at four. We don't have a we never had a settled opening pair till this game. So, and the bowling, we are bowling with the C team. Our bowling is technically of a C team India. So look where we are, and
Absolutely.
beautiful.
All right. I guess that's all that we have for today. Wherever you guys are, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you have come this far. Give us a shout out if you can. If you like us, let everybody know. If you don't like us, leave it in the feedback. We will be glad to improve. And wherever you guys are, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.